see this young kid Karimoko and what he can do as he comes up against the best defense in the East.
It's good to see Scundridge back out there as well.
Amadou Diaz, Sam Gleedle, and as you mentioned, Carlos Mogel. Out go Ordonez, Evan Davila, Manny Perez, Jansen Wilson, Ray Serrano. A chance to see Gleedle and Goodrum up front. Looking forward to that combination in attack.
Those guys you mentioned, Ordonez and Evan Davila, not available at all in this one. Nursing injuries. It is Louisville in the white from right to left, Loudoun in the red from left to right. Joshua Encarnacion has the whistle in hand, and away we go from Seger Field. Happy to have you with us this evening alongside Manchester United great Gary Bailey. I'm Joe Malfa. Often we talk about the spine of a team. They're starting to get good play out of the pairing of Turner and Learman at center back. Scundridge and McCabe, it's one of the better defensive midfield duos probably around the league, and then below with them in the mix there. This is a team that is built for success in the long term this season. They have the guys in the key positions you look for. Davila to the end line, Davila floating it back post, mistimed jump.
That's better from Louisville City. Classy play there. Of course, whenever Taylor Davila gets the ball, he has this ability. One of the best midfielders in the USL. Even there, he just dinks it up. He knows exactly where he wants to put it. Just goes over Sam Gleedle's head. That's much better play from the boys in purple.
Threat still on. Long throw coming again from Josh Jones. Hits it toward the end line, flicked centrally by a defender, headed toward goal, and in! Cleaning up the scraps, Carlos Mogel putting Louisville on top.
That all comes from that long throw from Josh Jones. It causes all sorts of problems. It forces Hugo Faru to have to come out and punch. He doesn't punch it clear enough. Have a look here, long ball in, and it's headed on. Keeper comes out and he's stretching, so he can't get a punch. He just gets a hand on it and it drops perfectly to Carlos first in 7 of them. And it's not like they haven't been on the front foot. It's not like they haven't had chances. You've got to say they're probably a little bit unlucky to be 1-0 down, but that's a stat that starts to get worrying after a while. But you're always having to come back from being behind.
You do respond well, though, typically. The last 2 games that happened, they went down. All of these games have come at home that we're referencing here. It was Charleston. They went down 1-0 at home. They tied 1-1. He floated in again over the head of Goodrum. Then it was Detroit City. They went down 1-0 and won it 3-2. Putting that Hartford debacle aside from last week, last couple times they've conceded first. They've actually come back against good teams to get the result. There's Ryan, puts his head down, goes for a goal, saved by Lass, who was sputtering to get out to it.
It wasn't the most difficult shot until the goalkeeper slipped, of course, and poor Damien Lass was struggling. Sort of bounces a few times there, and the goalkeeper scrambles across. Expect to see more of this. Not the best shot from Zach Ryan. Expect to see a lot more pressure coming from Loudoun.
IBEW local 26 corner. Curled toward the back post, flicked away by Tosh. Will trickle out for another Loudoun corner. It's a test for Louisville again. They've struggled mightily defending set pieces, particularly corners, more so than free kicks. Dealing with a couple back-to-back. It's the Loudoun side that just fell behind, looking to respond. Mogel in the 25th minute officially. On Louisville's first shot on target of the match, only one so far. Only had 23% of the possession. It's a hallmark of a good team, though. Find a way. Louisville so far finding a way. IBEW local 26 corner below. Overshoots everybody. Kept alive on the backside. Then back to Aua. Half an hour in. Aua delivering. Away by Goodrum. Back in from McCabe. Settled by Below. Bacora on this near side after that set piece. Head through. Karamoko goes down. Penalty. Akeem Karamoko in his first start for Loudoun. Paying dividends. The 19-year-old striker felt the contact, went down. Chance to level from the spot.
And it looked like a fair decision. Karamoko with the speed to turn. Lambert just gets in the way. I don't think he put up.
Louisville took the lead in the 25th minute. Just 7 minutes later, deep breath from Bacora. against Damian Las. Abukora has 11 on the season, and there's no saving that one.
Absolutely brilliant. Finished minutes right up towards the top corner with pace as well. If you can put it right there in that top part of the goal and you hit it hard, there's no chance, as you say, no chance Damian Las gets it. It's the perfect penalty. Here it is again. Just he feels that Kevin.
And from there, it escalating to his teammate getting a red card. That's not what you're hoping for. At the end. There's Gleedle pressuring. Kept alive, McFadden deflected and out for a throw. And they go quickly here, or does Josh Jones come over again for a long throw? He's starting to trot that way.
I think the fact they got a goal first off from it, there's no reason why you shouldn't keep going. I mean, it really is a great asset, and we've seen it around the world. Various clubs are able to have a player who can do this. As we see McFadden try to get the ball across, and it's well blocked. It's almost like a corner as it gets thrown to the near post.
Jones launches it that way, bouncing all around and in! I don't know who it came off of. Louisville won't care. It's a 2-1 lead for the visitors for the second time tonight off of a long throw-in.
Josh Jones, take a bow. You've made the difference in this game for your side, no question about that. Certainly seemed to be an own goal. Nothing that the goalkeeper, Hugo Farouk, can do about it. Let's have a look as it comes in. There's a battle at the near post. It's flicked on. It hits Tommy McCabe on the head there and goes straight in the back of the net. Nothing he can do. He hasn't got time to react. That fight at the
is Josh Jones launching it, and now your team is winning 2-1. A yellow and a red over to Ryan Martin. So he is set for an early shower.
Changes as we see the earlier warning, and he does get a warning, so it's frustration in the end from Ryan Martin.
At some point along the way, said a magic word or two and was sent to the locker room. So now down a goal and down a man, Loudoun, from that earlier red card to Giannis Learman at the end of the first half. Louisville, meanwhile, set to make 3 changes. Awua gets in behind, goes for a goal, saved by Las. At the near post, out for a corner.
We spoke about Awua first half. You mentioned how good he is in attack. He's not just a defender, he's a very, very good attacker as well. That shot maybe could have gone across the boring, but he's a really good and dangerous player in the box.
From the corner, punched away by Las. Ray Serrano, Manny Perez, and Jake Morris all set to come on.
It's a bit more difficult for the keeper.
Taylor Davila does just that, punched away by Farouk. Kept it too close to the keeper, Davila. Good secure punch away from Farouk, who had it covered. And now out for a goal kick.
Yeah, decent save from the goalkeeper. Nice strike of the ball as well, bending away. Yeah, decent save from the goalkeeper. Nice strike of the ball as well, bending away. He gets there in time. Doesn't even think of holding on to it, just pushes it away from danger.
He read that so well, for you can see on that replay. He took his first step to his left before Davila even struck that ball. You could get caught cheating that way if the shot would have gone to the far post instead. But he had it well scouted and had it covered. And down a man and down their head coach Ryan Martin due to red cards. Down a goal as well ever since the 57th minute. Looking through for Bidwap. Jones pokes it away. Abukora with it. He's floated back over to the right side now, giving him some more freedom. Presenting a different look here.
I mentioned Riley Bidoua's name just for that stat again. He's scored more goals off the bench, and Ben Mines has more assists off the bench than anybody else in the league. So if you ever need 2 impact players, it certainly sounds like Loudoun have them there. To keep an eye on Riley Bidoua, will the Louisville City defense.
Awua. Just along by Gleedle. Got across for McCabe. McCabe was the victim of the own goal in the 57th minute. Nothing he could do about it. Abukora. If there's anybody capable of producing a leveling moment, it's Abukora. Always seems to be the guy to bring something out of nothing for Loudoun. McCabe pressuring, feeds it through, give and go, but Dwak couldn't get there and cleared. Now Goodrum racing ahead. Goodrum, there's Faroux all the way off his line. Brave goalkeeping, timed it perfectly, and had to.
Wow, he's come a long way. I'm not so sure he needs to come that far, because if he doesn't get it right, it's probably a red card, or with that, Philip Goodrum goes round and scores in an empty net. So risky goalkeeping.
Back post from Aua. Ryan keeping it alive. I suppose the line between brave and foolish goalkeeping is very thin. We'll call that one brave. Yeah. Fed back through for Zach Ryan. Abukora wants it. Ryan forced wider, goes for goal. Las punches away. And cleared further out for a throw.
Let's have a look at this again. I mean, he's a long way. He's nearly at the halfway line, and he lunges in as well. So it's so easy to mistime that, and if you mistime that, it's almost a certain red card. So I think it's not a risk worth taking, but he took it, he got away with it, so fair enough.
Hyman will be entering the match momentarily. Here's a look at how we got here, some of the goals going back to the first half for Mogel.
Yeah, the throw in, not cleared. Goalkeeper comes out, can only tip it on. Carlos Mogel says thank you very much, heads into an empty net. All came from a long throw of Josh Jones. Then it was another set piece, this time a penalty, tucked away by Abdelatif Abukora with a fantastic finish there after Karamoko won the penalty. And then a long throw in, flicked on, hits Tommy McCabe, unfortunately in the head, and goes in. 2 throw-ins from big Josh Jones, ends up with 2 goals for Lou City.
Not exactly how you draw it up, but so long as it ends up going in, that's all that matters in the end.
See what's trending on Karamo. He has deleted 1,938 texts in the last 30 days. See what's taking over everybody's feed all season on Karamo.
Weekdays at 3 on DCW 50.
Final quarter of an hour remaining here at Seger Field. Glad to have you with us this evening on ESPN Plus alongside Gary Bailey. I am Joe Malfa. 2-1 lead for Lou City. 4th and final time these teams will meet this year unless it happens again in the playoffs. Loudoun down to 10 men, also down their head coach due to red cards. A couple of changes for you during that hydration break. It was McCabe and Aua coming off for Nyman and Jacob Erlinson. All subs brought to you by Segra. All 5 of their subs now Loudoun. Lou City have 1 remaining. Fed in by Serrano and cleared. Tosh. Serrano. Played through, chance here for Wilson! Off the bench, Jansen Wilson paying dividends. 3-1 Lou City.
Perfect substitution, came on at the right time. Fresh legs was exactly what they needed in attack, Lou City. You can see the frustrations there from goalkeeper Hugo Faroux. They've been trying to deal with this one man down, and for one occasion here they get a little bit of a gap, a little bit of an opportunity to tuck this one away, Lou City, and expose that defense of Loudoun United, which has been really tight throughout this match. Punished for having...
It's been so rare. They haven't lost back-to-back regular season games since July of 2023. They're 24-9-3 after a loss under Danny Cruz. But this is going to be a losing streak now for Loudoun. On the other side of that, after their loss against Hartford last Friday night. So 2 straight regular season losses for Loudoun.
And in both of those, they've conceded 3 goals. But to be fair, this match, it's been a tough one. I thought they played some really good soccer, especially in the first half. One at Hartford, they just got ripped to pieces. That's an anomaly. And I think Ryan Martin will just be happy that they've played a lot better than they played in that match, even though he'll be so frustrated with the result. I think he felt that his team were getting stronger and stronger every time they played Lou City.
4 minutes of stoppage time brought to you by Novak. Novak's energy-saving tips are a real game changer. Maybe another for Louisville. It is. A well-worked counterattack. Lou City make it 4. It's Ray Serrano ending things here in Leesburg.
Good finish from Ray Serrano, one of the players of the season for Lou City. He has really contributed so much in terms of being in front of a goal. This is his 6th goal of the season, and he just matured to the point where as soon as he gets it, you think this is going to be a goal. He puts power behind it, he finds the right direction. Maybe last season this hits the goalkeeper, he doesn't finish it off. Now he's burying these chances, and he's buried Loudoun United in the process.
See what it means to Serrano, and
if he did want to respond, he could have just glared at him or said a few words, but to go and move your head as if you're going to headbutt him, that was a bad mistake.
it changed everything in that moment. From that point on, Lou City took control. They take it 4-1 here on the road against Loudoun United.